surely hope the world to come to an end. About my channel, I think that the views will go down for sure because there are always conflicts, there are always wars, but not like this one. Hi, my name is Serdan Lizvanovic, and I am owner of the channel Warthog Defense on YouTube. The channel is doing all kind of military stuff, military strategy, military history, and current military affairs.
So why did you start the channel?
Well, I started the channel because the military is my passion for a long time ago, even before I started my professional job, my professional career. I always liked all sort of military stuff. For example, I have read every book about the Second World War there is, from Western authors, from Eastern authors. I don't know. I have read almost all books about military strategy, about military history that there are there. They are relevant. And a long time ago, I also wanted to join the military professionally. I went in the military as a draftee. In my country, you had to do so before, now not. And I also wanted to join a military career, professional career, but my road went sideways. But I used that passion, I used that interest to start this military channel. And I think that because that's really my passion, that's really my interest, that's really something that I love, that my viewers are sensing that. They are sensing that this is not just some random guy who is throwing military stuff, but someone who loves what he do.
It says you started in 2016, if that's right?
Yes.
So what was the content you started out doing?
In the start, my channel has changed in its core, in its principle, because from the start, I didn't do so much daily events. I didn't do actual events so much. I was doing them, but not so much. I was more focused on military technology, on military news, but about the military itself, not about the current wars, not about the current conflicts. So, but from the start of the current Russian invasion last year, February, I reoriented my channel completely, and I started to do news about the invasion. I started to use, I decided to use my knowledge that I have about all military strategy and wars, and to use it on my channel directly about this current war. And that's really had a huge impact on my channel. I can say that channel, it was good before that. I had about 300,000 subscribers then, but only in the last year I gained almost 200,000 more.
What specifically was it about for Ukraine that made you decide to change your content towards it? Because there's conflicts going on all over the world. So what specifically about Ukraine grabbed your attention?
Well, this war changed many things. We can feel it in our everyday lives. We can feel that this war impacted our economy, our prices, our inflation, everything around us. But this war is present in so many ways. It's a first huge war in the European soil since the Second World War. Of course, we had the Balkan Wars that started from the dissolution of former Yugoslavia, but those were smaller wars that didn't have they had only local implication then. But this is implicated the whole world, and we it's not exaggeration to say that we are on the brink of the third world war, of the nuclear war. Every day we are hearing news about that. So that's pretty much made my decision to to grab this opportunity for me as a channel owner. But I think that this is the most important thing that is going on in the world right now.
Let's talk about your content now. Where do you predominantly get your information and your sources from for your videos?
Well, before I get them from the mainstream media, I'll read the news. Then I make the stories from the news. But I can see that in the previous 2 or 3 months, I almost get them all from the social networks, because I can see that I get the news faster. I get the news direct. I get them on Telegram. I get them on Twitter mostly. So I'm following all the channels that are and users that are writing something about Ukraine. They are posting every day, not every day, but I think they are posting some of them every minute, every hour. As soon that is something new there, they are posting. So I'm following them, and I can see that it's easier to get the news faster, to get the news in its pure form, and then I make the stories.
A lot of your videos contain footage and videos and photos from the front line. So are people sending that to you from the front line, or is that something that you're just taking off of social media to use?
Some of them are sending me. I have a lot of people. They are approaching me themselves. They are writing me if you need something, if we can help somehow, if you need, and they are sending me. But I have maybe 5 or 6 users. They are posting often, and I can see that they are getting their footage directly from the military, from Ukrainian military. I can see that. So I contacted all of them and asked them, and they said, yes, you can use. They saw my channel previously, and they say, yes, you can use everything whenever you want.
When you're speaking to them, do you have any, can you sort of summarize what their thoughts and feelings are at the moment?
Yes, they are defending their country, and we can presume what they are feeling. Sometimes when the news are not so good, like when we say this Russian attacks on Bakhmut, every day relentless and barbaric attacks, and sometimes they are angry, sometimes they are energized to defend their country more, but sometimes they get in despair. I can see it. That also they are telling sometimes that they are really disappointed from several factors, but they are. It's not easy for them, we are watching that from a distance, from our phones, from our PCs, but they are basically live in trenches, and they are living in a mud, in a water, in a winter temperatures, and you can imagine how they are feeling.
Do you have ways in which you are verifying this content that you're publishing? Do you have any methods that you're using?
Well, the content, like I said, I'm using the content that is coming directly from the front lines, and it's easy to verify what is happening because they are describing the content. For example, if they are saying that this T-90 tank is destroyed in the Bakhmut area or something, and you can see that happened. And I don't do much stories about the war atrocities, let's say, because I'm focusing on the military strategy more. Not because I don't want to, but I think that that's also an area when we talk about disinformation, about different views on things. Let's say that's the area that is more tricky. So I'm avoiding that. I'm going only on the military stuff.
It's great that we have social media because people can spread that awareness so much quicker to so many more people through photos and videos. But are you not also concerned that, especially with your content focusing on military strategy, that perhaps it's exposing these Ukrainian soldiers?
Well, the Ukrainians are very well trained in that area. That by exposing the place where you are, as you can say, that is exposing you to the enemy artillery, that they can geolocate you. But that is almost never happening to Ukrainians. They are only posting things that they want to post, and that is before it's gone through the proper channels. That is everything is fine about that footage. On the other side, on the Russian side is not the case. We have several examples, incidents when Russian soldiers filmed themselves. There were some of them were bragging, or like that incident in Makivka on the New Year's Eve, when Russian soldiers filmed them during a New Year's party, and then Ukrainian HIMARS attacked that building, that house, and they are doing them that often, the Russians, and you can see that besides other things, the discipline is one of the main problems, main issues. So it's not the problem about Ukrainians, as I say. They are posting the things that they want to post. So that's not an issue.
20 years ago, we didn't really have YouTube channels that were devoted to analysing military strategy and things like that. So I don't know, do you have any comments on that?
Well, the social media has changed everything, not only the wars, and from before, when we can go back in time in the first Gulf War, for instance, when those footages that we look on CNN was a huge shock for the whole world, when the first time we could see the war in live, but now that is almost everyday life. The social media has changed that, and every soldier on the battlefield is also influencer of some kind, or a citizen journalist, let's say, of some kind, and we can see the world war in first hand. We can see the events that they are evolving almost instantly. For example, when there is some huge attack or something, just write on Twitter the name of that town, or the name of that location, and you have information in 5 minutes or 10 minutes most about that event. So it's incredible. The social media has changed all that, but not only about the live events, but they have changed. We are getting all information from them, not just official but unofficial information. When Russian soldiers are complaining about the mobilization problems, about that they are sent to war without weapons, so that they don't have food and water or fuel, that they have to pay for the fuel that they are using in the war. We get that also from social media, and we get that from the witness itself of the event. So it's really incredible. This is changed everything.
Do you think that our constant exposure to this conflict is making us more desensitized to it? Or do you think that actually this constant exposure is actually keeping us more engaged?
Both of them, but I'm afraid, unfortunately, that's true. We are getting less and less sensitive about not only about these wars, but about all events. We can see that we are always shocked on the first notion of the first news about something. Not only about wars, but for example, we had this massive earthquake in Turkey with hundreds, with tens of thousands of casualties, and we were shocked in the beginning. We all looked and those images, those pictures of babies, of kids that are pulled out from the rubble, but that the shock is only for the first day. We can say that the second day, the third day, we are started to forget about that. And unfortunately, but that is not only about the footages that we are showing. I think that's something for the psychology. I think from they have to say about that. I think that we are bombarded with a lot of information, with a lot of news, and that our brains simply can't pay attention to everything all the time. That we are run out by events, and we are memorizing only the current, only that is happening right now, and we are forgetting the others.
Do you think as well, with social media, you want to create content that has that entertainment factor to keep your audience engaged and wanting to keep watching more of these videos? Do you struggle with that in terms of promoting, these military videos about what's actually happening in Ukraine while also keeping your audience engaged?
Yes, well, I struggle because, I have to make content every day. That's for sure. And there are different type of channels and creators. Some of them are creating content less often, some of them more. Someone is creating videos, let's say one video for 3 days. Some of them are creating one video for a week, but I have to create every day, and not one, but more videos. I think I don't have to do anything, but if I want to grow my channel, if I want to keep my viewers engaged, I have to do so, because I have tried not to do videos so often. I have tried to make less videos, and I can say that my views are going down, and that's for sure. So my viewers, my subscribers are asking from me to do videos every day. Wait, I presume they want to be in touch with the current events, with the news, with what is going on, and this is something that I am struggling with, because the YouTube channel is not my main profession. I'm doing other things, and this is something like my second work. It's 3 or 4 hours every day that you have to do that.
So a lot of pressure.
Yes, it is a lot of pressure, and I can feel that. I can feel my everyday life, because when people in the afternoon are resting, when people are going out, I have to work, and because I can't work in the morning because I am going on my job. So it is a lot of pressure, but that's my choosing for now. Maybe I will do less videos in the future. I don't know.
How do you think the war in Ukraine will come to an end? And when, if you could predict?
I'm sure in a long thing that war will come to an end on the negotiation table. That's clear for everyone, because we can have a clear military victory on either side. We can see it. We have saw the Russians. I think they are something somewhere on the upper scale of their potential. I can hear the people are saying they can mobilize, I don't know, 5 million soldiers, 10 million soldiers. They can do this, they can do that. But I don't think so. That people are mistaking when they compare this Putin Russia with the Soviet Union, with the Second World War, and they are making those comparisons, and that's a mistake. You can compare this Russia with Soviet Union. You can compare it with Imperial Russia from the First World War. That's more accurate comparison, and I think that they have mistaken with their strategy from the start, and now they are where they are. And I don't in this war of attrition. It's a classic war attrition by military science, and they cannot do more from this. I think they don't have potential for huge offensive operation. Well, you can see that they are struggling 7 months to take a town like Bakhmut, who has about 70,000 citizens, which is a small town. They are struggling 7 months to take it, and that is not what the Second World military would do, and that's clear. From the other side, Ukrainians are they are more motivated. That for sure. They are better trained, and they are getting more and more Western weapons, which is very important, because we can see that these Western weapons are giving you an edge on the battlefield. They are making really a huge difference, and I think that Ukraine has a potential for another big offensive, and they will do that. They will do that in the coming months. I think after March, when when the weather will be better, for the armored vehicles to go when there will no mud in the field, and they will do that offensive. And I think that they will do that offensive in the south. They will try to force Russian out of the South Ukraine, and I'm not very sure about will they try to take Crimea. I'm not sure about it. Is that a red line for Ukraine? But the bottom line is that the two sides now are trying to get more and more territory for themselves, for them, and they are both aware that the war will end on the negotiation table. But they are simply trying to get more territory to have a better negotiation position at the end. And that's the bottom line.
What do you think will happen to your YouTube channel if the war does come to an end?
Well, I surely hope the war to come to an end today, even tomorrow, for the sake of the Ukrainians. They are really suffering. That's for sure. They are living in some countries. They were normal in a sense, like Ukraine was normal. They have everyday lives, and you can imagine how it is when all of that is changed overnight. When you have to live in some war condition, some shelters without food, electricity, water, etc. So I really hope for the war to come to an end. an end really soon. About my channel, I think that the views will go down for sure, because there are always conflicts, there are always wars, but not like this one. But nevertheless, that is not important. Either my channel or something else. The most important thing is to work to be over.